Welcome to Araz News English, where we share with you latest news of South Azerbaijan community. South Azerbaijan national activists Habib Sasanyan and Tahir Nagevi were arrested by the Iranian security forces in the book exhibition in Tehran. According to Araz News Agency, two prominent South Azerbaijan national activists Habib Sasanyan and Tahir Nagev were arrested by security forces in Tehran Book Fair on the visit of Azeri Turk book stand. According to eyewitnesses, these people were wearing civilian clothes and arrested two activists. Once these activists were arrested, they were released after a few hours of questioning. After that, Azeri Telegram channel, belonging to Persian fascists, posted degrading words about Turks. Turkish calendars and some of hatred-provoking books that undermined Iran's unity were blocked from selling. It is important to highlight what this pan-Persian Azerbaijani fascist telegram calls hatred-provoking books were books of Turkish language and literature, history and poetry. Important to remind that in the early days of the book fair, the Persian fascist group of 30 people wanted to download Azeri Turk poster from the top of the stand. Hazar Association published the book written by South Azerbaijan national activist Taymaz Urmulu. The National Movement of South Azerbaijan, Hazar, published the collection of articles and manuscripts on the history of Azerbaijan, especially the history of the region of the West Azerbaijan, written by Taymaz Urmulu. In the writings of Taymaz Urmulu, mainly Kurdish terrorist organization, terrorist gangs, the history of the parties, and the current hazard in the western region of South Azerbaijan are discussed. This book will be published in Ankara by Hazar Civilization and Social Enlightenment Association and will soon be distributed in the cities of South Azerbaijan. It is necessary to emphasize that this book is the 11th book of Hazar Association. This book can be downloaded from the Facebook page of the Hazar Association or from the official site of Araz News. The deputy of Urmiya city, South Azerbaijan, Nader Gazipur, spoke about the absence of national media channels for 40 million Turks living in Iran. According to Araz News Agency, at the official meeting of the parliament, the deputy of Urmiya, South Azerbaijan, Nader Gazipur, paid attention to the lack of the national media channels or newspapers so far, even though Iranian Turks have population over 40 million people. The chairman of assembly, Ali Motahari, who was uncomfortable with this situation, turned off the microphone to prevent Gazipur from speaking. Since Gazipur finds this move racist, Motahari had to reconnect the microphone. In a part of Gazipur's speech, he criticized the Ministry of Iran Culture and Islamic Guidance, named Irshad, and condemned all kinds of humiliation and insults towards the Turks in newspaper and television programs. South Azerbaijan environmental activists once again emphasized the importance of keeping Urmiya Lake alive by collecting garbage around it. On Friday, May 11th, members of non-governmental organization working in the environmental cleaning area of Tabriz and Urmiya city started collecting garbage that accumulated around Urmiya Lake. While collecting tens of men and women, they found a symbolic activity to emphasize the importance of Urmiya Salt Lake and drove 40 kilometers on cycles. It must be emphasized that Urmiya Salt Lake, which has an area of thousands of square meters and placed in the heart of South Azerbaijan, faces the danger of the extinction due to Iran's racist politics. In the past year, with the process of drying, around 100 species of fish disappeared, and we have witnessed immigration of people and serious illnesses. Social media accounts of South Azerbaijan National Resistance Organization were attacked by the Iranian regime's hackers. The hackers tied to Iran's national security forces recently attacked South Azerbaijan National Movement's well-known activists and organization's website, mail, Facebook, YouTube and other social media accounts. These spy hackers acquired the opponent's password and sent a fake message to the email account in order to take possession of them, and sent fake message to their email in order to take possession of their accounts. Araz News, a branch of news and analysis of South Azerbaijan National Resistance Organization, has been subjected to this attack many times in recent days, but thanks to the informatic teams, this infiltration has become ineffective. The graves of South Azerbaijan national leaders of Meshruti period, Sattar Khan and Sheikh Muhammad Hiyabani, will be moved from Tehran to Tabriz. The council member of the city of Tabriz, Gholam Hussein Masudi, in an interview with the local reporters, informed about moving tombs of Sattar Khan and Sheikh Muhammad from Tehran to Tabriz. The mayor of Tabriz has also allocated the financial budget for this job. Sonia Endish, the deputy of Tabriz City Council, said, "To move these tombs to Tabriz, we must solve the legal proceeding before the work." According to the interpretation of Mrs. Endish, it is obvious that Iran's government will not voluntarily move tombs of Tabriz, and any breakdown is possible. It must be emphasized that Sattar Khan, one of the foremost leaders of Meshruti movement, is regarded by the people of South Azerbaijan as a national resistance symbol. But unfortunately, there is no protection and the tombs are outdoors, under the risk of the destruction, in front of Shah Abdulazim tomb in the city of Rey in Tehran. Sheikh Muhammad Hiyabani grave is also unprotected. South Azerbaijan national activists have repeatedly objected to this situation, but unfortunately, no results have been obtained. Even the most ordinary everyday event in Iran can turn into bloody rebellion. On the one hand, the regime has become despotic and only understands the language of power, and on the other hand, the economic, cultural and social collapse has made people sick and aroused a great deal of anger. In the past days, Kazirun city of Fars province of Iran became a scene of bloody events. In the conflict between the public and the security forces, 3 people lost their lives and dozens were injured. It caused many financial losses as well. The reason is incredibly simple. All the trouble arose out of the fact that one of the districts separated from the city to become the city of its own. This issue has long been spoken in that region and has caused people subjection. For a long time, people of the city have been trying to communicate the concerns in different ways to the responsibles of the process. However, as in every case, the Iranian state did not respond to the public and preferred not to take objections into account. It has become a general method of the regime not to take wishes of the folks into consideration and vigorously suppress the voices of objection. On the other side, the dictatorial regime domestic and international failures are burdening ordinary citizens. People are under heavy economic and social conditions and find no place for their voices to be heard. This situation makes people extremely unhappy, irritated and angry. In the end, it is possible to see grave consequences of this politics. Kazirun's event is the latest alarm for the regime among many in the recent years, but apparently the Iranian regime is blind to these signs. It was all news for this week. See you next Saturday on Araz News English.